Morning. Thank you for joining us for the BPM Change Management PRR Review Monthly Meeting. My name is Nicole Hines, representing ISO Customer Readiness, and I will be facilitating today's web conference. Today's call is being recorded. These recordings are for informational and convenience purposes only, and any related transcriptions should not be reprinted without the ISO's permission. As a reminder, these monthly calls are structured to stimulate an honest dialogue and engage in different perspectives. While we welcome comments, questions, and concerns, please remember to keep comments professional and respectful. We will be taking questions throughout the call today. If you are not logged in to the WebEx and dialed in on the phone only, please dial *3 to enter the question queue. If you connected audio through the WebEx platform, please open the participants panel and use the raise hand icon located in the lower right corner of the panel to enter the question queue. Please introduce yourself before asking your questions, and if you need technical assistance during the call today, please send a chat message to the event producer. The purpose of today's meeting is to discuss proposed revision requests that are in the initial or recommendation stage of the process. It's a relatively short agenda for today. We will be discussing 4 PRRs. 2 are in the initial stage and 2 are in the recommendation stage, and all PRRs are submitted by the ISO. The purposes of EPMs are to set forth practices that implement the ISO tariff. Each year we conduct a policy initiative roadmap to consider and rank initiatives. Policy changes that are submitted through the PRR process will be referred to the roadmap instead, and each subject area in a BPM is based on enabling language in the ISO tariff. The PRR process cannot be used to introduce changes that are not supported by existing tariff authority. We just wanted to add a reminder. We were discussing internally about updating the BPM meeting changes to the time and date. We have decided that we are not going to do that at this time, and the BPM meetings will continue to be scheduled as they previously have been. This is the last month. This reminder will be on the call, so there will be no changes. The first BPM we're going to talk about today is Market Instruments, PRR 1618. Clarifications to the aftermarket cost recovery process is in the recommendation stage, and I will hand that over to Michael.
Okay, good morning. PRR 1618, clarification to aftermarket cost recovery process. Note that this is an emergency PRR. It mirrors language that was implemented in the tariff back in January. It's in Appendix O of the BPM, so if you open the main body, that's not where you find this. The Appendix O is about 40 pages of the aftermarket process. These changes primarily are on the default energy bid, DEB recalculation, and also the reference level change request process. So again, it's 41 pages, a riveting read. We didn't receive any comments, and the expiration of the comment period was April 15th. So next step is the final decision.
Thanks, Michael. Are there any questions on this PRR? All right, the next PRR is our Congestion Revenue Rights BPM, PRR 1619. Changes related to implementation of the Congestion Revenue Rights Replacement Project is in the recommendation stage, and I will hand this over to Chandani.
Hey, Nicole. This is the PRR 1619. These are the changes related to the upgrade project that has been currently finished the market sim. And these are all the changes that we saw in the market sim. And we have provided additional information in the BPM section. So currently we do not have any comments, and we are going to move to the final decision. So any questions?
All right, thank you. The next BPM is the Reliability Requirements BPM PR 1620, clarification regarding eligible generation units as new use import comments is in the initial stage. And I will hand this over to Melanie.
Cool. This PRR is for clarification regarding eligible generating units as new use import commitments. And this change was to reflect the upcoming tariff section 40 clarification revision. The existing tariff language in Appendix DD allows for generating units to be interconnected via SPTO to use the live MIC to qualify for RA until such units are able to receive deliverability. This clarification updates the MIC revisions to reflect this policy by including generating units connected to the CAISO controlled grid while subject to CAISO Appendix DD, Section 891B and C. There were no initial comments, and the next step is the post recommendation. Are there any questions for this PR?
All right, thank you. The final BPM we'll be talking about is a candidate CRR holder registration, PRR 1621. It's for updating the application with new CRR customer types in the initial stage. The reason for this revision is we are adding and defining new client types in preparation for the CRR replacement project, which is effective 4/1/2025, making this an emergency PRR because it's effective before the 2-month comment period ends. We already have CRR auction and allocation on our application, but we are adding the CRR merchant transmission, TOR conversions, as well as the out of balancing authority area. The definitions for these CRR clients are now listed on the application, so when we have new CRR holders, they will select which client type they are to provide them better training and instructions moving forward. We did not receive any initial comments. The initial comment period expired on April 15th, and the next step is to post the recommendation. Are there any questions on this PRR? All right, not seeing any questions. Our next meeting will be May 27th at 11 a.m. As a reminder, you can email us with any questions, comments, or concerns to bpm_cm@caiso.com. Before we end the call today, are there any questions that would like to be addressed about the PRRs? All right, not seeing any hand raised or anybody in the question queue. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you all have a good day.
This event has concluded. Thank you for using Event Services. You may now disconnect.